Hello, my howlers. Good morning. Coffee hour. Coffee hour. Just getting my wits about me. Just like literally just woke up, made a cup of coffee, sat down. I don't I don't know what is. I don't even know what is. Let me share this. Yo. Hi. Okay. Just still getting my wits about me. How's it going? All right. What's even happening? I went to bed at 1 a.m. I woke up at 9 a.m. and hi, Kalia. And it's Adventures in Fantasy. Good morning. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today, but I'm going to hang out with you guys. That's going to be the thing. My Chaos Witch group not finally, but 2 weeks after I posted about hedge riding, a bunch of ladies were like, tell us more. So I'm gonna do a special talk with them, and then I'm gonna do a series of videos for YouTube in August. What am I doing? Man, the coffee is not in my system yet. My coffee's not even in my mouth yet. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Okay. That is almost complete. Oh my gosh. On the run. Okay. So, now that the super important things are taken care of, I have a cat. Hello, cat. Hello. Hello, baby. Hello. And I guess I'm gonna start combing through my grimoire. See if we got something interesting we can talk about. What is this? What is... Jeez. Ugh. Everything's fighting me. There's no reason why this bag shouldn't stand up. Stand up. Okay. Let's see here. Holidays. La 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 holidays. I think it would be better to do a thing on holidays, like on a holiday. I still haven't written about funerals or weddings, though I have the content like saved. I just haven't written it yet. Hello, Ginny. Oh, I still have sleep in my eyes. All coffee mugs think I'm left-handed. But today, death before decaf. Though as I get older, maybe decaf has its place. Do no harm, but take no shit. Miscellaneous sigils that I did not create, but someone else did. How to call the 4 directions, which is a little different than the directions that I did when I was a teenager, but I think it's still pretty solid. We talked about how to activate sigils. We talked about languages. We talk about oils. We got spells. We got wards. We could talk about wards. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about wards. If I can get my book to stay open, that would be groovy. So I have a list that's like a page long of basically a bunch of correspondences that have their own like purpose for warding. Amethyst wards the nightmare, but so does coffee. But the downside to using coffee is that we get into time magic. So the upside is that it's a really great ward against, like coffee is a really great ward against nightmares. However, the time thing is exhausting. So I can have, in one night of sleep, I can have 2 weeks to 5 years worth of content. So my dear witchy friend who specializes in time magic, she's been like, yeah, eyeballs deep in it for the past year. She recommended that perhaps the coffee is speeding up my sleep, my dreams. So they're propelling me into the future. So, but it's like a reset every night. So it's super exhausting. But I took the coffee out of my ward because I keep a packet of sorts under my bed. And for the most part it helped. Like totally worked out. Let's see. I was tagged in something. Oh. I don't care. Okay, let's see here. I don't know what Alder is. I should look it up sometime. Hey Eva, how's it hanging? We're talking about wards today. Let's see, Ash wards the dead. I don't know if it means Ash wood or Ash ward, like to make a barrier, protective barrier. Birch wards the evil eye. Bay leaf wards lightning. Carnelian wards misfortune. Blackthorn wards the forceful. Hawthorn wards the cunning. Fire wards the wandering. Fire wards the wandering. I had a trespasser in my domain on the 22nd, and maybe I should have a big fire pit. Just warding in general. I'm basically I'm giving different situations and then a thing that will ward that thing. Snail shell wards the witch. Where was I? Jasper wards the trickster. Iron wards the fae. Magnolia wards the unfaithful. That's interesting. Mirrors ward the spell. So can't stay. Apparently my computer is annoying and dropping you a lot. Sorry, I will catch you next time. No problem. Take it easy, Jenny. I have 2 witch balls next to my desk. One for creativity and one for happy spirit. Like holiday spirit that lasts all year, basically. My love for people and my love for humanity and my love for just beautiful things. But so Michael's during the holidays sells like empty ornaments. Yeah, exactly. You have empty ornaments to make some. So I fill them with herbs and a sigil and sometimes correspondences, like my creativity one has like chicken feathers in it and certain leaves and yeah. Yeah, I got my empty ones for like pennies on the dollar. Like, want to use things from my property. Yep, from the things that grow, exist here naturally. Any tips or resource suggestions? Doing it from your property is the best. Unless you live really close to like a highway or a major thoroughfare, like I wouldn't use your yard if you are close to the road. But if you have like a big garden or something like that, or your house backs up to the woods or something like that, that is the freaking best. Pennies on the dollar, yes. I probably have a dozen. That's awesome. So you can make them for all kinds of spells, man. So yeah, we can so The cool thing about I am close to major roadways, but there's a creek separating it. Oh, that's good. And a tree line. The other side is an uninhabited 15 acres. Cool. Okay, so you have a barrier at least. Oh my god. I got bit by mosquitoes last night when I was trying to do a magical fire and having my niece like help me make a magic fire. And like the other two sides are neighbors. No problem. You don't have to be like, you don't have to have like 4 acres to yourself or anything like that. I live in a townhouse. I back up to some woods. I have a garden, both out front and behind my house. I grow herbs, I grow fruit, I grow flowers. And I'm backed up to the woods, right? So, oh, that's cool. Did the wildlife take it back? All the fancy house owners weren't so thrilled as I was. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So, now that you have great resource, I couldn't go by year 3, so many creepies for me. Oh, creepies, huh? Was it like creepies like the area just put out like a bad vibe kind of creepies? Or there were like critters in it that were like creepy in and of themselves? Or like, what's up? I think I have a thing in here about witches' bottles. And jars. Jars and bottles, which are all basically the same thing. They just the container is different. Oh, all the spiders. Well, spiders are great if you can be in their company. So, there are jumping spiders. There are wolf spiders who don't have neither of middle spiders, stuff like that. They don't have webs. They hunt. I am a sizist. If they are small, they can chill outside. Yeah, I gotcha. So, the cool thing, supposedly, legend has it, that if you catch a spider in your house, you can ask her a question and she has to answer it. And then you gotta let her outside or something. I haven't needed to ask my spiders anything. YouTube, why are you doing this to me? Probably because they don't like the weather. Why are you in here? And then I kill them. Yeah. They're trespassing. You know? So maybe you need wards against spiders. I think spiders are a witch's best friend, but I wish I weren't allergic to them. They are neat, but they can't stay in here. Yeah. I'm allergic to mosquitoes. So, like, my orb weavers and my funnel spiders and stuff like that, like, if they're in my yard or, no, or on my porch or anything like that, I let them be. Like, please take these. Like yesterday, I couldn't make that fire because I was swarmed, literally swarmed by mosquitoes. I guess I was hot because they're like attracted to body heat. Our property is wild, so we always have them. So you gotta dress, appropriately for going into the woods. That's weird. Oh no. Okay, there was a silly. Okay. That's smart. Keeping bug spray. Yeah, like the ticks and the spiders and stuff. Like other biting beetles and whatnot. I'm wiggling my desk. Sorry. I need to take off my robe. My niece is playing with Legos down in the basement very loudly, but she's having fun. And it's keeping her occupied. I don't mean to hog your stuff. I'm trying to ignore my toddler. No, it's fine. If anybody wants to chat, like I'm here and available to chat. So yeah, witches bottles. Question is, where are my bottles? Jars. We could, yeah, that I probably have some jars that 109. Yep, no problem. Dogwood. Let's find out. Magical uses for dogwood. Oh, interesting. Okay, when you come back, yeah, there are totally uses for dogwood. Cool. Which I should write down in my grimoire at some point, because the state tree here is dogwood, so you can't chop them down or kill it or anything. You have to like very carefully move it. Also, the flowers stink, but there's a lot of them here. Okay, so dogwood. Fairly common. So the wood is not very strong, but No, excuse me, quite the opposite. The wood is apparently very strong, so it's excellent. Um, Basically, excellent tools and wands can be made out of dogwood. Um, Dogwood is associated with ancestor work, banishment, comfort, fertility, happiness, love, and lust, protection, so you can use it for wards, secrets, and wishes. Yeah, wishes like seem to be a thing. The presence of dogwood flowers, leaves, wood, or bark at a meeting can keep a conversation secret. The oil of dogwood flowers can keep any written document safe from prying eyes. Dogwood leaves or wood can be used in protective amulets or for banishing. Dogwood sap is said to have wish-granting properties, especially when gathered at midsummer. Apparently, in some places in the Ozarks, people believe that carrying a piece of dogwood will prevent you from being bitten by rabid dogs. So, American dogwood bark has historically been used as a substitute for quinine to prevent malaria. It is also used, though infrequently, in herbal medicine to treat headaches, fatigue, and diarrhea. As always, please consult a doctor and a trained herbalist before using dogwood as bark as medicine. Do not attempt to administer herbs to yourself without professional supervision. So yeah, wishes and secrets and wards and stuff. That seems to be the thing. Oh, look at all the peoples. Good morning, Raven. Then there's, let's see, hold on. There's 2 dogwoods on the property line. One is ours and one is dead. We're gonna chop it. The trimmers only chopped one branch off, which is weird. Then there's one at the very front of the property, the most eastern point. Oh, fun! I didn't gather any. Now I gotta wait a year. Yeah, I know the feels. I'm not gonna consume it. At least you know, Eva. You can plan ahead. Yeah. Stream health. Why? At least it's not Bradford pear. Yeah. We've got Bradford pears all over here, too. The gum stain tree. That's funny. I have a sycamore, what I thought was maple, but the trimmers called it something else. What I call ash, but isn't ash. Oh, weird. Okay. So identifying the trees has been a challenge. Crabapple. It was doing so great when we moved in, but a branch was lost in a storm and it didn't bloom long. Yeah, crabapples don't. Apples in general. Crabapples or whatever other kind of fruit. I see Sako stream, I click it. Hi, Benedicta. Merry meet. Coffee with Sako. Witchy times. We mostly have oak, the kind with the stupid pointy balls. Yeah. The seeds with the protective covering. Those suck. I wish there was a good use for those. Maybe there is. Magical uses for oak seeds. Oh, it depends on the type of oak. So white oak has a thing. Oh, they're talking about white oak, which does the acorns, which is not what we're looking for. So it's maybe it's not an oak. Maybe it is spiny seeds. How about that? Spiny oak seeds. There we go. Knew it was an oak. Bur oak. Oh, wait. No, back up. I don't know if this is relevant. Oh my god, no. That is not. Mm-mm. I don't know. The eastern seaboard is the white oak. Yeah, okay. I think this is like a general. Oh, this is about the acorns and stuff. Acorns are super useful. Hello? You have food. You have food. What's up? Let's see. Been here oh, we don't have any fruit trees. We've been here 2 years this week. Moved in 1st through the 2nd of July 2018. Damn. I'm in area 6A for vegetation. Oh. No acorns. We have massive pine as well. Oh, pine is great, especially for witch balls in winter. Like, it's super great. Along the property line southeast. It's so tall, it's trimmed above the roof lines. Thanks for giving me another option for procrastination. Looking up tree types for world building now. Yeah, that's cool. So that dust cloud that is coming from Africa and like going across the eastern seaboard right now. Yeah, the sycamores are pretty tall. Oh, horse chestnut. Okay. They're also sweet gum and standard chestnut, yeah. Yup. But we're on a slope and the house sits higher than butt pine. Oh my gosh, hi. What do you want? What do you want? My cat is like wanting my love, but then he dashes away. And so I got a message. Oh my gosh. My stream is just acting super funny. What is... going on? I want attention. Are my needs not clear? No, I don't want that kind of attention. Read my mind, human. There's an evergreen shrub of some kind next to the patio or deck. I used it in an ornamented Yule. That's cool. Super useful. What are you doing? No, stop that. And we have a holly bush. Okay. Yeah, I have holly in my year-round winter spirit thing. I have another year-round spirit thing, but I'm going to reserve it for actual Yule / husband's birthday. So, in May, usually what I do is I celebrate all month long. I didn't do that this year. I only celebrated for a week. But we don't technically celebrate Christmas. So instead what we do is my husband's birthday is December 21st, which is also Yule. So I just want to, if he can celebrate all month long, so, or if I can celebrate all month long, so can he. So I decorate the house and all of that jazz in his honor. Oh, comments came in. Those were close enough for gathering in the cold. I believe there is a Rose of Sharon on the property. I need to look into that one. That's interesting. I had never heard of a Rose of Sharon. Oh, Pupper update. Yay! Pupper is doing a lot better. Almost done with his meds. Pooping mostly normally. Eating a bland diet. Prescribed by the vet for now. Nice. Yeah, if you find more information on the Rose of Sharon, do share it with us. Sage is upset because there was no notification. That is unfortunate. We're talking about foraging our property for resources and correspondences. Come on, Pop. Jeez, my hands are so stiff. So yelly of you guys. We have a bricked terrace instead of a garden. If 2020 hadn't happened, I would have had a greenhouse and started planting by now. Oh. In the after times, we need witchy rider speed up. Bonfire style. Also, I do something similar for my chaos witches. We do magical fires. But we could probably do like a Facebook room or a live stream event or something. My cat is being a squirrel. My cat is being a squirrel. Sage is butter. Really, it's sage butter, but you can put other herbs in it too. Are you doing Camp Nano? I am. I was supposed to do more prep. I might still do some prep. I need to outline an Act 3 for the book that I'm working on. I have the rest of the book pretty much done. I need to convert it from first person to third person, and I need an Act 3. I don't have an Act 3. Google Hangouts are subpar. I've started on your markups, but my brain is absolute mush. I did see some stuff come across my email, so take your time. If you don't make it by Monday, it's okay. I get it. I am officially out of creamer. I have 2%, 2% and honey, which might substitute my sweet cream. I usually use a heavy cream. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty patient. Like I said, my goal is September, to have it done by September. So the domain I have can host streams. Oh, cool. Maybe we can collab and use that for something niche-y. Yeah. I'm going to try to finally wrap up this first draft of my first Testament novel this camp. Oh, cool. It's been sitting there languishing for too long. Benedicta just found a great quote that pretty much sums up my whole witchy approach to life. We do not beg the gods to do things for us. We ask to be empowered for them to assist us so that we may do things for ourselves. It's called invoking. But yeah, that's absolutely true. Well, that's what I call invoking. I think chaos magic calls it tapping into god forms. I like the word invoking anyway. I need more coffee. More coffee is necessary. I don't know if I fit into molds because I don't know a lot of people. You don't gotta know a lot of people. The cool thing about chaos magic is that it's so personal. So basically, my chaos group is essentially like 30 solitary witches that all have different paths, all have different systems that they use, all have, because if it works for you, then do it, you know. Because not every system is going to work for everybody. I just got a bunch of things. I don't know if yeah, I think my coffee is broken. I'm still tired. I call it lore working, but you know, everyone's going to call it what suits their interpretation of what's happening. What is lore working? Oh, invoking. Is that what you mean? My view is more like show gratitude and acceptance for what is and focus on what was and what will be. I don't focus on what was, but I like to bring old gods back. I like the word lore workers too. I think for that witchy writer group, I think lore worker is pretty cool. Manifesting is different than showing gratitude and acceptance. I also manifest. Like two lore workers, yeah. It's funny. Oh, my back. Why am I slouching? I don't know. We started out talking about witch balls, I bet, and witch jars and witch bottles. Yes, in manifesting versus invoking. So manifesting and invoking are also not the same thing. Manifesting are basically making the things that you want come real. I just don't like rules. So the first thing about like chaos magic is that there aren't rules. Is in that like there's no dogma. You build your own paradigm. It's very you be experimental, you know, so you can go into like different systems and figure out what works for you. Oh, sit straight, Sako. Oh, come with me for more coffee. Come with me for more coffee. I guess it helps to explain that my interpretation of reality is that everything is built out of knowledge. Nice. Do you invoke or you lore work like Thoth? Thoth is really good for writers and students. Harm none, but take no shit. Which is certainly my my policy. I have pins and have made art that basically say the same. I dare someone to walk on a witch. The only thing is that there are some, oh my gosh, let's do this. In male aspect, sort of Thoth tier mix going on, which I know plays, no, I do something similar. Harm none and don't allow harm. I don't meddle in the affairs of other people unless they beg me and they pay me. I have had 2 people basically beg and pay me. I don't take money. That's inherently evil. But my my price is usually alcohol and cigarettes. So I don't want to say I cursed. It was kind of a curse. I cursed an ex-boyfriend of mine because, and my curses are kind of two-edged, or they're kind of backhanded, rather. May you experience or realize the horror that you have done. So basically, you know, if you're going to be a dick to someone, let someone be a dick to you. Be right back, moving into the bedroom so Mr. Sedge can use my office for a call. Cool. All right, here we go. Water. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. I'm sorry. Let me turn this shit down. Okay, that's better. I was like, it is unnecessary for you to listen to a urine-like stream of water. Come over here. So female divinity aspect is pure creation, which I haven't really been touched by a specific god form for it, but that makes sense. She's just the goddess. So my divinity palette is sort of balanced by pure order and knowledge with chaos and creation. So you can do the Dark Mother, which is like the conglomeration of like 6 other goddesses. A lot of them are creation and destruction, but chaos is usually a thing. I started looking for root gods. Like I said, the Dark Mother is like 6 goddesses, like all combined. And I was like, there has to be a common like root. Oh, wait, here we go. So if someone does me wrong, my focus is to see what I did to allow that into my life. Yep. But I could have done differently, saw sooner, or prepared for. Oh, I intentionally focus away from caring if their future is affected by their karma in a way that appeases my resentments. Their karma isn't my business, my stance. Oops, sorry about that. Normally I would stop my stream now, but honestly, this is an interesting conversation. So it's funny that you have not, that Raven has not been, oh my gosh, what is happening? My coffee. My coffee. I'm distracted and making coffee is hard apparently. Apparently. Let's come over here where it is not so loud. Okay. I also kind of think that karma isn't my business. Because everyone has their own human revolution. But that's the Buddhist side of me. Like, you try to influence this revolution, sure, but you do not change their karma. It's all very internal. Well, sure. My coffee is doing the thing. I don't know how loud I am because I was told that I was better, but my sound thing says I'm blown out. So far, the closest thing to a clear named goddess was the Morrigan. Yeah. So the Dark Mother. Yeah. So it's funny that you say that that Raven kind of has like a general female influence. And, oh, what now is here? Hello, hello. We're talking about invoking, and we were talking earlier about getting ingredients and correspondences from your personal property. I do spells to protect myself from external dangers of bad influences. Here, here. I have bad experiences with other people's negative energy hitting me too much. Here, here. I definitely feel that. I guard myself very closely. I don't necessarily use magic to do that, but I guard myself pretty close. But as I've tried to say it 3 times, I actually lack a really strong male influence in my practice. But on the 22nd, I did some domain work, and I had a trespasser, and I did some homework on the trespasser, and it might be Karun, like the horned god. I might have pissed off a god. I banished him, but I might lift the banishment and be like, maybe next time you knock, we can work together, but you know, knock, please. Yeah, boundary spells, and I use water to cleanse. Cool. Have you considered being a sea witch? Because there's some really cool stuff that you can, or at least accessing the sea stuff, the water stuff. Like, it's pretty useful. me. I am all over the place. God damn. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Old Irish superstitions, I guess. Oh, wait. Sage says, okay, I'm back, and boy dog is mad at me for interrupting his nap time. Oh. What does my shirt say? You reach out to push the orc off a ledge, roll a 1, but instead you lightly caress his back. He is uncomfortable. I only wear purple to bed. She was a professional gardener, but it was because of external negative energies. I suppose there's a certain environmental aspect to it. Certain invocations easier in different areas. Oh, absolutely. I mean, what use is Horus in England when there's already a Celtic stronghold of deities? I don't necessarily use local gods. I use ancestral gods, except for Hindu. I think Karun, technically, because I'm also Visigoth, so I think technically Karun was also worshipped in Gaul, and so I think I can access him easier. Oh, I believe it. I can feel the thickness in unhappy homes. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I have a friend who the resonance in his house is so toxic. Like, oh, my God, I can't be in it. I have to, like, visit him, or he comes to my house, but I have to, like, visit him at a central location because I cannot be in his house. It is... I'm like, no wonder you feel so bad. Jesus Christ. I can't speak from personal experience, but I'm given to understand that wild gods, those associated with force in the hunt, have very ephemeral grasp of personal boundaries. No kidding. I was like, what you doing in my woods? And he was like, your woods. That's funny. And I was like, yeah, my woods. What the fuck? I cleanse with fire because Sagittarius. I also cleanse with fire. I also cleanse with smoke. I also cleanse with Florida water. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Oh, and Besom. So I guess that's my earth. So that's my 4 elements, right? I didn't even realize that. So, just throwing that out. Bongs use all 4 elements, just throwing that out there. I cannot do such things. Oh my God, the milk is in the back. Why God? Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, there's not a 1-to-1 correlation with material ideas of space and time. It's amazing anyone keeps an appointment this way. Yeah, no kidding. I hate reduced fat milk. My mom is like infatuated with it for some reason. It's not like she drinks it. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can repair the relationship with Karun, but I read that he can also be cruel and unforgiving. But when I left him last, he was pacing on the outside of my woods because I banished him. But I'm more amazed by realities I can experience, not those I can just critique. Ooh. Actually, I'm certainly in that boat. Just thinking that's well said. Well, I do kind of spell the kind of spell jars that have candles on top. Yep, me too. Well, not candles, but I use candle wax. But I have worked with all four elements before when I was in a coven. We bought this house because I didn't get any bad vibes on any of the three walkthroughs. First night here, I woke with a presence standing over me. I would do a guardian, and I would Florida water the shit out of everything. That was one of my friends that like paid me to like come into their house and like get rid of a presence, basically. Maybe the spirit was already with you and needed that clear space. What could have been the guide to get there even? That I don't know. Is it a benevolent presence, or is it like a stranger? Or is it malevolent? What kind of presence was it? Oh my gosh. Ugh. 2% is so watery. I have a pal who is well more versed on supernatural things than I am. The Alton area is a wealth of people in that niche. Oh, so I don't know things. I just talk about them a lot. Had no detection of anything present in my current house, but there's some activity going on with a mirror I own. Oh, shiz. I think I've been unwillingly importing some small gateway from property to property. Well, the cool thing is that you can, like, the mirror pretty much stops them from coming in. But they might be, like, your mirror might be a particularly potent ward. Here. Okay, sorry, I'll get there. I agree, Ava. My coven sister had a similar experience, and it turned out that it wasn't malevolent spirit, but a guide. Which begs the question as to why there aren't border and custom controls for the occult. For real, I have to like lock everything and ward everything. Like, let's see. I think it was benevolent or neutral at least. I didn't do anything after, but I haven't seen or felt it again, and it's been more than 3 or 4 years. More than 3 years now. I trust the house, I guess, was my thinking. If Sage can trust their vibes, I can trust the house. The spirit seems good to me, but I don't know. I would be covering that some bitch during some bitch up during the night, yeah. Secondhand furniture will bring on goddamn apocalypse. No kidding. I have to cleanse everything from Wish. It got really weird when I bought a besom from Wish, and like I basically had to cleanse the cleanser. It's weird. I only trust the house based on Sage's vibe, though. I don't know if I trust it either after reflection. Well, you can change the vibe of your house, make it a sanctum. That makes for a good story idea, at least. Eva has to scamper away. Wish I didn't have to. Fun chats. I'll watch the rest later. Cool. Have fun. All right, gotta put the milk back. You know what? Be right back. Putting the milk back. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. I'm tempted to, but I'm not too interested in the innocuous little beasties. Seem benign enough, but Lord knows I don't go anywhere near it when they show up. They just do their thing. Beasties, huh? And, sorry, very interesting concept. And the only time we've had anything negative happen in the house has been when we haven't been here. Oh, that's interesting. So maybe it's a child or an animal. Although having said that, our appliances have broken more often in the house. Gremlins, maybe? Which basically means fae, which basically means I would throw apples at it or offer milk. If you're tired of your ship being broken, then I would, you can use iron. Like, get the fuck out. I'm afraid. It's so watery and not creamy. It's watery and not creamy. It felt like a man, or a male presence anyway. It usually is, oddly enough. At least in my experience. I was in a haunted apartment building in college. And so, technically, so were my fellow students. They were in student housing, and they were like outright ghosts, like due to fire. We have photographic evidence. It's really cool. I've read that planting or allowing nettles to grow in your garden tempts fae to live outside of the house. Romans believe nettles guarded the entry to the fae world. So my witchy friend, she uses nettles in like tinctures and teas and stuff. But I wonder if she has a problem with fae. I'll ask her. I'll ask her if she has a problem with, if she has a fae problem. And she has kids. I'd be worried. I'd be worried. I don't trust the fae. They're cool to hang out, but don't listen to anything they say, man. Especially the ones that talk in riddles. Stupid. Oh my gosh, all the messages. All the messages, all the windows. Close some windows. Okay. Had a male presence that kept coming back when I used my spirit board. Oh. I never tried it myself, but here nettle tea is very popular for nervous conditions. Yeah. Yeah, it's good for a lot of things. I don't use them. I don't want to have nettles in my garden. Not for the fae thing, I just don't want nettles in my garden. I wanted to do a big cleansing at the end of the summer when it was still warm enough to have the doors and windows open, but when the Rona hit, and I couldn't get the supplies I need, now it's too cold. Well, you don't need to open the windows and stuff. You can make Florida water depending on the essential oils that you have available to you, or just flowers. You don't even have to use essential oils. You can just throw flowers into, get like the cheapest vodka you can get, like Aristocrat, like in the little hand bottle, and throw it in a sprayer, and then just shove a bunch of flowers in there, like as many different kinds of flowers as you got, and let it steep like forever basically, and then spray it as needed until that shit feels like home. I am addicted to Florida water. It is the goddamn best. I put too much cinnamon bark in my first batch, but I think I've got it balanced out, but now I need to make more, which is lame. I learned a lot from the Fae as a teen. I like knowing they're around, but I don't mind losing some shinies now and again, so they're happy. As long as they're happy. Like, when they're not happy, it's pretty bad. Also, like, the big baddies, like, the ones with no humanity whatsoever, and also aren't big on humans. Those are the ones that I'm like, because during Beltane, most especially, the Fae like to hang around my house. I think all the honey went to the bottom of my cup. I'm thinking about doing some golden coffee. Same, although the Scandinavian Fae are known for being a bit more angry. Yeah, they are. Trolls and stuff. Holy crap. The trolls are, like, aggressive, but also revered. It's very interesting. Like the Norwegian, they're Norwegian trolls. Trolls are a big deal. I will take that under consideration. I don't have any essential oil or flowers at the moment. I have perfume oil, though. Also no alcohol because the country went dry for lockdown. Oh! Perfume oil. I don't know how useful that would be for things outside your body. Push comes to shove, maybe I can ship some? Is that a thing I can do? Would customs stop me from shipping some Florida water to you in a fancy sprayer? It would take forever because I have to order the bottle, but also the fact that we have actual face circles in public parks and not hidden. Oh, especially around Beltane, I stay the fuck away from those places. No kidding. Now, there's the point. Given the increased activity of some animal species during lockdown, I wonder if there are groups experiencing an increase in magical fae activities. Oddly, no. I've seen like maybe 3 fae all summer long around my house. Like, I used to see them like every night. Now, not so much. I would not recommend shipping anything to Za at the moment. It would cost a butt ton of money, and customs has a ridiculous backlog. I can send you links. For stuff to get shipped to you so you can make your own. But without the vodka, without the rubbing alcohol would work. I like cheap vodka because it's cheaper. Or rose water. Don't worry about it. I just need to make a trip down into town at some point. I gotta duck out, but thanks for the chat. Have a good day. It's been awesome talking to you. Adventures in Fantasy. See you around. I'll probably wrap up in a half an hour. Probably wrap up in a half an hour. So yeah, I don't think there's been an influx in Fae. I think there's been a lot of construction and revamping of the state park near my house, and they keep pushing out the wildlife. Yesterday I saw a white-tailed deer, like in what's left of the woods near the estuary. Totally into what we were doing. We were just walking. And it was male. It was like the antlers were fresh. Thought it was cool. So yeah, I'm more into warding the Fae from being jerks and appeasing them. So I leave out milk, I leave out apples. What the fuck? Goddamn squirrels. They're in my onions. I think they're burying nuts.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Sorry, my brain just completely fuzzed out there. Sounds like Grandma is coming down the stairs. Ooh, don't thump too loud, baby. People are still sleeping. And the internet says hello to you too. Say hi. Hi, hi. That's good, thanks. All right. We were talking about fairies. Do you know anything about fairies?
Yeah.
Yes. She has lots of imaginary friends, and I want to teach her how to basically turn them into tulpas. I think it would be cool. Especially if she wants to use a manifest box to make tulpas. Like, it's very, very interesting concept.
Wait.
Maybe I will wrap up at 10:30. Thank you guys for joining me for coffee. And I will probably be back tomorrow with more coffee and more witchy talk. I will catch you guys on the flip side.